The last video in the Disney Moon series, Brian talks about Animal Kingdom. Now, we actually went on Thursday and then went back to Epcot, but I've already talked about Epcot, so this is the last one I have to talk about. One of the most exciting or popular parts of Animal Kingdom right now is that they've added a new world based off of Pandora from the Avatar movie. Now, I have not seen the Avatar movie yet, Brian, but the area was pretty impressive and astounding nonetheless. It is decorated with a lot of fake or created plants from the world of Avatar, of Pandora. And it was really impressive looking. You look around and there's just all these weird plants that you don't recognize, that don't seem earthly. And the entire area really did feel like a area that was pulled out of another world and dropped here. So that whole effect was really well done, even to someone who has not seen the movie. It just seemed odd and eerie and otherworldly. They've got floating mountains and giant plants and phosphorescent things and all of that. One of the two rides in the Pandora area is probably the most popular ride currently in any of the Disney parks. Some of the wait times we saw it have while we were there were up to 240 minutes. For those doing the math at home, that is 4 hours of wait time. 4 hours in line for a ride. Needless to say, we did not wait in a 4-hour line, but it's astounding how popular and in demand this ride is and how much people are willing to wait for it. There's not too much else to do in the Pandora area aside from the two rides that are themed after Avatar and one restaurant that is delicious. Another thing that Animal Kingdom has going for it is that it's got lots of animals. Disney's Animal Kingdom is pretty well known for taking really good care of its animals. Zoos in general, I sort of have conflicted feelings about, but it seems that Disney's Animal Kingdom is a better one to its animals. They have a lot more room and they do a lot of conservation work. So one of the cool things you can do while you're there is ride the Kilimanjaro Safaris ride, which basically takes you out through their nature preserve. And you see a lot of really neat animals and you are out there with them. It is really like a nature preserve rather than a zoo. So the animals are not kept in small cages. They have free reign over this entire area. And you actually drive through that area. So there's nothing separating you from the animals. You're in a car that's open and you're driving through a road, but they're all right there. They do a really good job of seeming to have a lot of natural variety of plants in the areas. So you really do feel like you are out in the African savanna. Looking at these animals in their natural habitat, which is pretty neat. On top of the Kilimanjaro Safaris, they have, in general, a fleshed out Africa-themed area, which has a lot of other neat things to do there as well as an Asia-themed area and also a Dino Land-themed area. Now, because it is Animal Kingdom, everything is sort of built around animals to an extent. So in the Dino Land themed area, they have a lot of like dino themed rides. That's sort of where the more kid area is, but they also have a couple rides for adults as well as more like fossil and paleontology themed things. They've also got a couple other things to do, but in general, Animal Kingdom is very big and very focused on animals. So that's a lot of fun. This is a large park. I think geographically it's the largest park they have there, although there's not quite as much to do, at least to us it seemed, as there was to do in Epcot in the Magic Kingdom. However, all the things that we did do were really fun and we still had a very, very long, full day there. The Africa and the Asia themed areas were really, really neat. And again, like I mentioned briefly in the Epcot video, they just made me want to travel and want to experience these areas for real, which was pretty neat. There's not too many rides in Animal Kingdom that we did. I mean, there's definitely a few, but fewer probably than there are in Magic Kingdom for sure. However, there was still a lot to do, a lot of other experiences and things to have, like the safaris and stuff. This also was a very good place for us to eat at as well. There was a lot of vegan-friendly foods. One thing they do have is one of the most popular rides there, aside from the Pandora ones, but Expedition Everest. It is a roller coaster ride. It's definitely not themed for kids. It's thrilling and intense, and as you can see in the picture of me after riding it, it definitely is thrilling, though I had a wonderful time and ended up riding it twice. And this also is sort of a cool thing. They actually went to Nepal and met with people and researched the Yeti and the lore around it to get a lot of the stuff with this ride right. So that was pretty neat. So in general, this Disney Moon was a fantastic time, and I really cannot express enough thanks to Lulu's uncle Vic. He's the one that actually got this for us as our wedding present. I don't know if you remember me talking about it, but it involved puzzles and clues for us to unwrap. Then the actual gift was that he had bought us a trip to Disney World. So we did have to pay for some things, but it definitely would not have been possible without this generous, wonderful gift from Uncle Vic. And also, it wouldn't have been nearly as much fun if it weren't for all of the planning that Lulu did. This was a great trip. I have so many wonderful memories from it, and I already can't wait to go back. I had a wonderful time, and I hope that was clear in some of these videos, Brian. If you ever get a chance to go, Walt Disney World is amazing. It's worth saving up and doing the research and doing it right, because there's so many fun, magical experiences to be had there. I would definitely recommend it. So I think that's just about it, Brian. I don't know that you've ever been to Disney World. I don't think you have, but hopefully after seeing this, you're excited to go. Lulu and I have already talked about possibly planning another trip in a few years, because there's going to be some new things to do, and we just had such a great time this time. So I realized this was a lot of video between all 5 videos, and I apologize for that. It's a large number of minutes. However, each video I finished, I was like, man, I really only recorded a little tiny bit of all of the cool things we did, and there's so much more that we did. They were all very, very full days. But hopefully these gave you a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be there, and hopefully you enjoyed watching them as much as I enjoyed making them. That's about it for this vlog, Brian. I look forward to your vlog catching up on the last week or so, as well as your trip to Kentucky, and finally getting back on schedule with these vlogs. But thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.